Do I have to kill Elidh? I feel like if I don't kill you, then...
Yes, I will probably win.
Hello there. My name is Carlos, and this is Kingdoms, where all your nerdy dreams come true. In today's episode of Kingdoms and Friends, we have the godfather of EDH, Sheldon Menery, as well as the illustrious Alias V. I know I say this every time, but if you're enjoying our videos and you want to see more of them, one of the easiest ways you can help us out is by smashing the like button. It just lets YouTube know that you like our videos, and maybe it'll share more of them with more people out there, meaning that we can keep making videos. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That helps as well as we continue to try and grow and have things help sustain the channel. And if you already have notifications set up for YouTube, consider hitting the notification bell. Remember that we put out videos every Tuesday and Friday morning, so come check them out as soon as they release. There are two other ways that you can really help support us. The first one is to check out our LGS Game Grid. Game Grid has a great selection of singles and accessories. We also are an affiliate with them, so anytime you use our link, some of that help comes to support us as well at no extra charge to you. And if you use the code KINGDOMS10 at checkout, you actually get 10% off of your first order. The second way you can help us is by becoming a patron. You can check it out at patreon.com/KingdomsTV, but it's only $2 a month or $12 a year. You get access to our private Discord where we have game nights, deck tech help, and a bunch more. I'd love to see you over there, and it is a big help. Our first guest is Sheldon Menery of the Commander Rules Committee. Sheldon is one of the founding members of EDH, so literally the variant I love so much would not exist today without him. For those that don't know, the Rules Committee manages the format philosophy and the ban list for Commander. They listen to the community and do their best to make it an inclusive, safe place to play. Sheldon is also an MTG writer at Star City Games, where you can find him writing about all topics in the EDH space. Follow him at Sheldon Menery across the socials. Our second guest is Elidh Lonie, or Alias V. Elidh is an official Magic the Gathering commentator, Twitch partner, and YouTube creator. Specifically to Commander content, she has an amazing show called Elder Dragon Hijinks, where she co-hosts EDH games with all kinds of creators from across the community. You can find Elidh at COL_AliasV on Twitter and AliasV on Twitch and YouTube. Unfortunately, Spell Table wasn't working for us when we had this game scheduled, so we recorded this via Discord, so the setup is a little bit different, but it still should be an enjoyable time for you. But let's check out our commanders and starting hands for our game. First, we have John M. playing Ghave, Guru of Spores, with a starting hand of a Plains, Ancient Tomb, Marsh Flats, Sakura Tribe Elder, Phyrexian Altar, Anointed Procession, and Terastodon. Second, we have Elidh playing Edgar Markov, with a starting hand of a Swamp, Clifftop Retreat, Dragonskull Summit, Uldaran Estate, Knight of the Ebon Legion, Crackling Doom, and Bishop of Binding. I am third playing Maga, Trader of Mortals, with a starting hand of 2 Swamps, Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, Thespian Stage, Cold Steel Heart, Jet Medallion, and Nirkana Revenant. Fourth, we have Sheldon playing Muldrotha the Gravetide, with a starting hand of a Swamp, a Forest, High Market, Cultivate, Risen Reef, Wood Elves, and Rise of the Dark Realms. Alright, let's play some EDH. Okay, let's roll to see who goes first.
8.
10.
8.
5.
John goes first.
I'll draw for turn. Then I will play a Marsh Flats, and then I'll pay the 1 to sacrifice it. I will get a Bayou, and then I will pass the turn.
I will play this here Swamp and cast a Knight of the Ebon Legion. This is our favorite little potentially death-touching friend. For 3 mana, I can pump it up to +3/+3 and give it Death Touch till end of turn. It also has the lovely clause at the beginning of your end step. If a player lost 4 or more life this turn, I put a 1/1 counter on him. And I also trigger Mr. Edgar Markov here, so he's got some friends.
Awesome. My turn?
Yes.
All right, draw for turn. Yeah, I'm going to play a Snow-Covered Swamp. Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. I'll play a Forest and a Tormod's Crypt. Pass the draw.
I'll draw for turn. I'll play a Plains. I'll tap a green and a white. I will play Steve and pass.
Steve.
Tap. Draw. I'm gonna get this clifftop retreat out. It enters tapped because I don't have a mountain or plains. And I am going to move to the hitty swingy step. Carlos, you're the host. I'm gonna hit you first. Take 2.
38.
And that's my turn.
Okay, draw for turn. Another snow-covered swamp and a cold steel heart tapped, and I will choose black.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Ooh, that I can't play. Swamp pass?
End of turn, I'll sack Steve to get a tapped land. I'll grab a forest. I'll untap and then draw for turn. Okay, I'll play Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. 1 of each, +2. I'll take 2 damage and cast Ghave, and I'll pass the turn. He comes in with 5 1/1 counters on him.
What else does he do?
I can pay a colorless and remove a 1/1 counter from him to create a 1/1 green Saproling creature, or I can pay 1 and sacrifice a creature to put a 1/1 counter on a target creature.
Untap, draw. I will play this here Dragon Skull Summit. This will come in untapped because I have a swamp. Yahenni, Undying Partisan. It's going to hit the battlefield. Yahenni has haste. He's a 2/2 friend. I also get the Eminence trigger off Edgar. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Yahenni. Sacrifice another creature. Yahenni gains indestructible until end of turn. I would then like to... You have a Ghave out now. I don't like that, but I like swinging every turn. This is basically my MO. So, Sheldon, have some damage.
36.
My Knight of the Ebon Legion goes, thank you very much. I'll take that counter, and I will say go.
And I will draw for turn. Let's do a Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. We'll tap 2 for Jet Medallion. I unfortunately cannot do anything, so pass it up.
Okay, untap, upkeep, draw. Play High Market and Cultivate. I'm going to go to an island and put it on the battlefield and a swamp and put it in my hand. And then pass turn.
Alrighty, I will untap for turn, and I will draw a card. I'll tap for 2 colorless and take 2. Tap a white and a green. I will cast Anointed Procession.
Jeez.
I want to have a blocker because Alias is going. So I'll have him stick around, and I'll pass turn.
Untap, draw. I'm going to play my land for turn is Castle Dracula or Voldaren Estate. This is a land that adds colorless mana, or I can pay 1 life to make any color for a vampire. I can also make a blood token, which costs 1 less to activate for each vampire you control. I will then make myself even more annoying by tapping out 4 mana for Door of Destinies. This is an artifact that says choose a creature type. I choose vampires. Whenever I cast a vampire, I put a charge counter on it. Then my creatures get +1/+1 for each charge counter on Door of Destiny. So, 2 problematic non-creature permanents on the battlefield right now. Again, I like hitting things. I am gonna send these 2 at Carlos for 4, and these 2 at Sheldon for 2.
34.
34.
Go to my end step. Knight of the Ebon Legion says, num damage, thank you. And I get another counter on him. I say go.
Untap, draw for turn. Thespian's Stage is my land for turn. I'll tap 5 mana and 1 less because the Jet Medallion for an Arcana Revenant. My swamps, these 2 make 1 additional. It's Shade. You give it +1/+1 for each black I pay. And that is my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw, no whammies. Forest, swamp, wood elves. Forest, so that I can then play everybody's favorite elemental, Risen Reef.
Yay!
Alright.
Look at the top card. If it's a land, put it into play. If not, into my hand. Then I'll pass turn.
End of turn, I will use Gave's ability. I'll create 2 Saprolings. Untap, draw for turn. Pay for 3, I'll cast Chatterfang. He's a 3/3 Forest Walk. And then if 1 or more tokens will be created under your control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens are created instead. I'll use these 2 remaining. I will cast Lightning Greaves, and then I will equip it to Gather right there. I guess Alias left the door open, so I will attack for 4 commander.
I suppose this is acceptable.
That's all I've got for my turn, so I will pass.
I will tap. I'm gonna draw. I think the biggest problem on the board right now is Mr. Squirrel Pooper over there. So Bishop of Binding is going to be my cost for turn. When this enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until Bishop leaves the battlefield. Whenever this attacks, target vampire gets +X/+X till end of turn. X is the power of the exiled card. So your squirrel's going to come hang out with me for a bit. This puts a counter on Door of Destinies. And I get another little vampire friend. I've bopped everyone else for a bit, so now my guys are all coming at you there, John. 11 damage.
Which one's the biggest one?
Out of the Ebon Legion.
I'll throw that sapperling in front of it, and then I will take the rest.
And then I will move to my end step and put another counter on my Knight of the Ebon Legion. That's my turn.
I'll draw for turn. 3 black for Necropotence. So we'll do 2, and then tap Nykthos for 5 mana, and we'll play a Rakshasa Debaser. Whenever it attacks, I can put a creature card from the defending player's graveyard into battlefield. If the Rakshasa dies, it does have Encore for 8. I will lose 6 life on Necropotence and set aside 6 cards. And then I will move to my end step, and I'll get these 6 cards into hand. Then I have to discard. I'm going to put a Liliana's Contract and Swiftfoot Boots. And I'll be done.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I guess I need a big fat flyer to Kusho in the book.
Oh!
So I will then just pass the turn.
I will untap. I'll draw for turn. I'll cast Parallel Lives. It's the green version of Anointed Procession. I would attack, but that hurt me a lot, so I will pass.
I'll untap, upkeep, draw, pay 3 for Crackling Doom. Deals 2 damage to each opponent. Everyone takes 2. Each opponent sacks a creature with the greatest power among creatures he or she controls.
I'll remove 1/1 from Ghave because he's going away, and then I'll create 4 sapperlings because of that.
Like Kokusho hits us all, right?
Yes.
And we all take 5, I believe, and then Sheldon gains 15 from that.
I would then like to use my Castle Dracula / Voldaran estate. I have enough vamps to make this free. I just have to tap it to make a blood token. That's a bunch of Seprolings. Sheldon's got itty bitty things and the most life now. How big is your Wood Elves?
Wood Elves and Risen Reef. They're both 1/1s.
So Sheldon, I'm swinging at you with these 4. When Bishop attacks, a target vampire gets +X/+X until end of turn where X is the power. So I'll give him the +X. So it's +3/+3, then plus the other one. So it's a 5/5. This is a 5/6. This is a 3/3. This is a 2/2.
I will block 5/6 with the Wood Elves and take 10.
And then I will move to my end step and put another counter on my buddy bro dude guy face over here. And I'll say go.
It's untap.
Okay, you can board wipe now.
Been trying to.
There's a massacre worm when you need one, huh?
I'll draw. Play a snow-covered swamp. I will play a Wayfarer's Bauble. I will play a Harvester of Souls. Can't play the Wayfarer's Bauble yet, actually. I'll use that 1 mana, the floating mana, and Nykthos to make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Then I'll use 1 of those for the Bauble, and 3 of those for Mind Rack Demon. This is a 4/5 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, I put the top 4 cards of my library in my graveyard. It has Delirium. At the beginning of my upkeep, I lose 4 life, unless there are 4 more card types in my graveyard. Put a land, another land, a Havoc Demon, and a Leaden Mirror. Well, there are 4 types now. So I'll crack the Bauble, and 1 mana will go to Oblivion. We'll get a land into play, and then I will Necropotence for 3 cards, and then I don't have to discard because that'll put me at 7. So I'll be done after that.
Tap, upkeep, draw. How about 3 mana for a Burnished Heart? Pass turn.
I will untap and then draw for turn. We'll play Savannah. Dink. Gotta take 2 more. That's okay. 2 colorless green and then green. I'll cast Natural Order. I'll sacrifice a green creature. And I'm going to search for a green creature card and put it onto the battlefield. I'll grab Grismold the Treadsower. He's a 3/3 trample. At the beginning of my end step, each player creates a 1/1 green plant creature token. And whenever a creature token dies, put a 1/1 counter on Grismold. I'll equip the Greaves to him. I'll move to end step and then everyone gets a plant. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I'm gonna cast Elenda the Dusk Rose. She is a 1/1 lifelinker, and whenever another creature dies, I put a 1/1 counter on her. And when she dies, she poops out X 1/1 vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is Elenda's power. Elenda comes with her own little vampire buddy. I go up a counter here on Door of Destinies. My dudes are large. There's a lot of stuff on this board now. Sheldon, I respect you and admire you. You're the easiest person to hit right now, so here I come. They're all getting +2 across the board, so this is now a 6/6, 7/7. This is a 4/4. This is a 3/3.
I guess that the plant will block the 7, and I guess the Risen Reef will block the 6. So I'll take 7.
So I will move to my end step and put yet another counter on my Knight of the Ebon Legion, bro. And say go.
Draw for turn.
Don't you have a
Oh, Necropotence. Yep. Yep. Sorry. Okay, I still draw from a Harvester, but not from the start of my deck.
Yeah, you have to skip your draw step.
And we're going to do Cryptghast. Whenever I cast a spell, I can pay an extra black or white, and you guys each lose a life, and I gain that much life. I do think I cast also a Whip of Erebos, and I will extort it. So each of you lose a life, and I'll gain 3 life. I will attack. How big are yours vampires, Elidh?
The babies are 3/3s. And Elenda is a 5/5.
I'm sending my Narcana Revenant at you. I'm also attacking with my flyer. So, John, the 4/5 trample is going at you.
I will double block your attacker coming at me. 2 3/3s.
I'll take the 4 because I can't block flying.
So it'll become a 7/7.
So my buddies will die. Hang on a second. Before damage is dealt, I don't want you gaining life.
No,
so,
you figured it out.
Yeah, Henny's gonna munch them. Nom 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 nom. Elenda will grow.
I'll gain 4 from this one, from John.
Fine.
I didn't have a choice.
Second main phase, I will tap for 3 and tap Nykthos. Nykthos triggers for 13 mana into the Revenant. I will play a Mind Stone and extort it, so that's 3 of the mana. You each lose a life. I'll gain 3, and then I'll play my own Burnished Heart and extort it.
Quit it.
And I will pay 3 to sack my Burnished Heart and draw a card, and you get a counter.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll trigger Harvester, and then I go get 2 basics. This is sort of sad, but I might just turn my Thespian Stage into a swamp.
There's a miss trigger on your vampires dying, Elidh. Griswold gets a 1/1 counter for each creature token that dies.
Okay.
There's just 2 of them, right?
Yeah, I had 2 buddies die.
Okay.
And then I will Necropotence for 5 and pass my turn. Go to end step, discard 1 swamp and 2 swamps. And I'm done.
End of turn, I'll crack my Burnished Heart. Untap, upkeep, draw.
I'm sorry, I do draw from that because of my demon.
I'll play Thrag Tusk. Gain 5, pass turn.
Okay, I'll untap, draw for turn. I'll do Ancient Tomb for 2, 1 extra. I'll cast Ashnod's Altar.
Are you going
There we
infinite?
go.
Oh shoot, you can. You just play your commander and you have infinite Saprolings and infinite colorless.
I will sack the 2 for 4 colorless mana. I'll cast Ghave. He's 5/5. And then we'll move Lightning over to him. So he's got...
Okay. I may have a response, but I need a turn of amnesty from the table.
What, no touchy?
Yeah, I'll stop him from going infinite.
Okay, yes please. My target is either Carlos or John next turn.
Yeah, I think that is a good trade.
I'll disagree a little.
I'll play Sudden Spoiling target.
Oh man, that's awesome. The 2 Saprolings died, so Griswold gets 2/2.
So how many of your creatures departed?
2. And so Elenda trigger. I will equip the Greaves to Ghave. He is a wonderful 5/7. Nothing. And I am good to pass the turn.
Just to check, as soon as it goes to my turn, then you have your snacky, munchy, infinite mana thing online, yeah?
Correct.
So I need to kill you in the air.
So yeah, I'll sacrifice... Well, we can make Elenda huge. She has lifelink, which would give you a ton of potential life.
You could just sack it though, so I wouldn't get the life. Whatever, it blocked her. So untap, upkeep, I'll draw.
In response, I will do the thing.
If you're making infinite everythings, then Elenda's infinitely huge.
Correct.
Oh.
You probably want to wait because she can send Elenda at us and then she gains 10,000 life. So, because I'll have to Wrath on my turn, but then she's at 10,000.
With 10,000 creatures.
You could do it
I
just
could do it in
enough.
response to Alias attacking me.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you could do it just enough as well. Like, you don't have to do infinite right now.
If you don't cast your commander to kill me, I'll
That's
agree
fine.
with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to tap 1, and I'm going to sack blood token here to discard Maverick Fane, Dusk Apostle, to draw a card. Savai Triumph. You know what? This is going to be the first turn I don't attack. I will pass.
I'll play this Cabal Coffers. Do I have to kill Elidh? I feel like if I don't kill you, then...
Yes, I will probably win.
I said I wouldn't attack Sheldon. I said I wouldn't.
And you said you'd leave
kill,
John alone, so
like,
I am your only target.
Seems sort of bad faith.
Hey,
but-
no hard feelings, right? Games have to end. If you kill me,
Yep.
I totally respect the decision. I would kill me too.
We will give you a brief moment of Gauntlet of Power, right? Now I'm going to choose black, so all basic lands, even all of yours, make an additional 1. I'll also extort the Gauntlet of Power. I will tap this Cabal Coffers and get 7 mana. We also will use 2 on Nykthos. We go up to 19. I'll pay 8. It gets me up to 31. And I'll cast Maga. So it costs 1 less because of the Jet Medallion. I'm going to extort it. So let's just say 29 mana. So I have 2 left. And it'll be a 26. All right, 26 and an extort trigger and that's when it comes into play. I'll Maga target player loses life equal to the number of counters on it.
I die. I have no response.
So 6 mana. I'll use 3 of it for a Grim Tutor. I lose 3 life and I get any card into hand. So I'll put 4 in to 7. Then I'll use 4 plus extort. 5 total mana down to 2. And I'll cast a Damnation. I will draw cards for each real creature dying. Alright, so I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4 for myself.
1 for me.
And how many real creatures of yours, John?
Just 2.
I will use this 2 mana for a Charcoal Diamond. I messed up and I didn't tap my mana before those died, so this is only 2. But it will give me an Ornithopter of Paradise. And I'll go to my discard and be done. I'll discard 3 swamps.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a forest. I'll cast Rise of the Dark Realms. What kind of lovelies am I getting from you fellas?
What the heck?
You get Griswold,
Oh, you're all in
Steve,
danger.
and Batterfang.
Alrighty, Rakshasa, Debaser, Havoc Demon, Leaden Mirror, Burnished Heart, Mind Rack Demon, Cryptghast, Arcana Revenant, Harvester of Souls.
And then from my graveyard, Thragtusk, so I got 34. Also Burnished Heart, Wood Elves, Kusho. I'll stack the triggers so that Wood Elves resolves first. Then we'll resolve Risen Reef. We'll go at John.
As Rick is showing, my board is wide open, so I'll take the 3.
I'll sack Steve. I'll get a Swamp. That's all there is for me.
Let's see if top deck actually does something. Draw for turn. Oh, end step. Griswold is in play, so we all get a plant token. Let's tap these 3. I don't want to take 2 unless I have to. Yeah, I'll cast Evolution Sage, and I will pass.
Apparently, Sheldon gets a squirrel because you made a plant.
No, don't draw. Main phase. You have like 40, 50 damage on board.
46, plus any Cryptghast
Yeah.
extort.
And you can pump the Arcana Revenant with
And
black.
Arcana Revenant.
I think my best play is to maybe draw into a Wrath. So I'm going to play...
Is to kill John.
well,
Story of my life.
I could make it really quick if I just killed him and let you kill me, but I'm too greedy, I guess. Okay, Villas is out, and now I need to try and draw some Wrath spell. So I'll play a Swamp for turn. I will tap my Cabal Coffers and this 2 for 9 mana. So I'll give it -1/-1. So it's been done 1 time. And then I lose 2 life, which I did. I draw 2 cards because I lost the life. I'll do it a second time. And 2 life. Draw 2. Third time. 2 life. 2. And a 4th time.
He's going for it.
A 5th time. So we kill Havoc Demon.
Okay.
I go down to 21.
And then we have a Kusho trigger.
Yeah, and you'll draw cards because of your Harvester.
I will respond to the Kakusho Death trigger. I'll take
Okay.
2 from Ancient 2, and I'll cast a Fairy's Protection.
I'm going to get a mana from the Ornithopter, and my plant dies.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 things die.
Plus my Thopter, 15 cards. So these all go back to the graveyard. Wait, you still have the Debaser, so that's over
Correct.
there. So that Rakshasha's been getting -5, so I'll give it 1 more minus, and I'll lose 2 more and draw
Figured
2.
you'd have it at some point.
Alright, I have 5 mana, plus this mana.
With the Debaser in the graveyard,
Murk it.
now I'll crypt you.
I can do nothing about that. Well, actually, I will have one response to that. I will cast a Cabal Ritual before it goes away. It'll go down 3 and then up to 8. It'll resolve and be exiled. Alright, I'm going to play Liliana of the Dark Realms for 4. +1 her to get a swamp into my hand. I don't want that. Alright, I +1 her and fail to find. It's down to 4. I will play an Arcane Signet with these 2. I'll play Magus of the Coffers. So 1 floating, I will...
Oh, did we resolve the Kakusho trigger?
Nope. Good call.
Yeah.
You only get life from Carlos.
Because you were gone before it.
My life total can't change.
I think I maybe just cast whatever commander I can do at this amount. So 2 mana to activate Nykthos. So 17, but it costs 3 + 2 for commander, so 12, and then Jet Medallion. So he'll be a 15/15 commander. And I'll discard a bunch of cards and be done.
I assume you're going to target me.
Yeah, I forgot about that whole part. Yes, 15 life.
Alrighty then. 4 swamps. Carlos, how many cards do you have left in your library?
42. Oh, but actually less, right? Because Villas made me lose 5, and I'm supposed to draw 5, and then discard 5 more. It might be relevant to your plan. So 37.
Ours for a Sol Ring. 7
Card
for
that.
Zendikar Resurgent. Float 2 black for Erebos, God of the Dead.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Take care of that lifelink nonsense right
Ugh.
Suck.
Play a Forest. Oh, draw a card for that, sorry. 2 floating, 2 float 2 black. Now the whole line of play is terrible. I'm sorry. Urgent back in my hand. The Sol Ring, and I play the Erebos.
Oh, you sure you don't want to take that over?
That, and that for Glenelendra Archmage. 5 for Tachioba. I'm just going to go to end step. I'm going to discard a bunch of stuff to include this sweet Prime Speaker Banifar that's Yennefer of Vengerberg.
That's super cool.
Fairy's Protection is exiled. My stuff will phase in. Draw off return. I'll sack these 2 for 4 colorless. Tomb for 2.
Oh shoot, I miscalculated.
Ghave again.
I thought your creatures were dead. Well, no, you still don't have haste. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'll use the 1 to remove this, and then I will loop to get a Sapperling army. 10,000's been fun this game. Let's just use that number. Why not? So we'll make those big. Then we'll make Ghave really big. Let's equip him. So he has haste. Okay, I'll throw a potential counterable spell. I'll use my infinite colorless to cast Phyrexian Altar.
No, what?
We'll tempt you.
No! I'll have infinite colored mana at that point. I won't play anything crazy for at least a turn if you... Well, you'll have 2 uses of it, but I still won't.
No, I only have one blue mana.
Oh yeah, I won't until your next turn at least.
Alright.
Altar is countered. Me and my big wall will just sit, I guess. Because if I were to attack you, we would just get chumped. And then, since we can't gain life, then kind of stuck either way. So I will nod in respect and pass.
I still don't draw, so untap, and I will play Swamp as land for turn. You tell me if this breaks the vibe of the deal we made. The Reaver Demon that I had.
Nope.
I play that. Okay.
That's fine.
I'll cast it.
You'll destroy all non-black creatures.
All non-black, non-artifact creatures.
In response, I'll sack all my Sapperlings for a bunch of mana that doesn't burn me anymore.
I will attack John for 8 flying, and Sheldon for 15 commander damage.
I'll take the 8 because I can't block flying. I die.
Doesn't do me any good, but whatever. I'll get more mana with Caged Sun. We'll tap the Cabal Coffers for it. I'll also Mind Stone to draw a card. I guess I'll uptick Liliana, fail to find, pass the turn.
Drop a Woodland Cemetery. Tap this for 8 black. Using black and 1 to demo tutor.
No responses.
6 black, a green, float it colorless for Pernicious Deed.
How much mana do you have?
13 back.
Dang.
Pernicious indeed.
Or 14, if you count that.
It won't matter, but I think I maybe draw a few cards with Villas. Yeah, I'll give my Reaver Demon -2/-2, and I'll draw 4 cards. And that will be all for these.
Then I'll use the last 4 black and 1 to play Puppeteer Click. Regrow your biggest status demon.
Villas or Reaver? Villas is an 8/8. Oh man, that's gonna be close. You got me?
Yeah, because I'm going to sacrifice Puppeteer Click to high market, have it persist, get your other thing. They both have haste.
Nice.
You.
Yeah, cool. Even if I didn't draw the cards, I think if I was at 14. This is still exactly 14. So, dang. Okay, nice. You got there.
Good job, Sheldon.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I shouldn't be surprised that I lost the game to my own creatures. They are demons after all. That was a great game, and we had some amazing guests. Make sure to go check out Elidh and Sheldon across their socials. They're some of the pillars of our community, and you owe it to yourself to familiarize yourself with all that they're doing. I really mean it when I say, if you've made it this far in the video, you've watched the whole thing, you should consider becoming a patron. It's only $2 a month, and you get access to our Discord, where you can communicate directly with us, the players. You get access to game nights, our deck techs, as well as just a full-on community. It's small now, but we are trying to grow, and I think it'll be worth your time and money, as well as you're just directly supporting us. So consider it at patreon.com/KingdomsTV. On that note, our Samurai patrons really go the extra mile for us, so a special thank you to Revolution Gaming, Morton Christensen, Worthy Glover, David Siraj, and Jordan Ritchie. You really are the pillars of Kingdoms. With that, thanks so much for watching, and keep it nerdy.